The president often talked about hope and change, but the younger generation of America is not seeing it, even though they voted for the president. A new study shows 80% of 27-year-olds in the United States are in some form of debt, whether it's from student loans, credit cards, or mortgages. Millennials are also living with their parents in record numbers. So why is the younger generation seemingly in so much trouble? And do the president's policies have anything to do with it? Let's ask someone who probably knows, Katherine Timpf, a reporter with campusreform.org. Katherine, what is your sense on this study? Does this seem right to you from the people you talk to?
Not at all. Basically, it's almost impossible for a young person to really be independent. They go away to school. I talk to a lot of college students who are so excited and have all these big ideas, only to have to go back home and live with their parents in the same bedroom with a diploma on the wall reminding them of their debt.
Yeah, they say 54% are making less than $25,000 a year. Here's an example of a recent study. It shows 80% of the 27 years old are in debt, but 42% are now living with a spouse or a partner. 23% are living with their parents. 19% living alone. In terms of back home with your parents, that's an increase of 36%.
That's huge, and Obama doesn't really seem to be doing anything to want to change that. He keeps offering handouts. He says if you're 20 or younger than 26, such as myself, you're an adult child, you can stay on your parents' insurance. Don't worry, I'll take care of you. I want a president who believes in the abilities of young people, not just saying, don't worry, I won't leave you because I know you need me. Seems kind of arrogant.
Right. So if you take a study of 26-year-olds who are hard to catch up to, but they say this: 60% have student loans. You have 54% making less than $25,000, and 13% not working at all. That last number is the most disturbing because you could be making a low salary, but if you're on the right career path, that's okay.
Definitely, but it's only going to get worse with Obamacare. Is designed to make young people pay for it, for young people who are healthy to pay for the older and sicker. And we have 83% of elderly own a home, 23% of 26-year-olds live at home, plus all of the debt that young people are going to have to pay for. Unemployment is not going to go away, especially if we hike the minimum wage. Student loans, he's made tens of billions of dollars off of student loans. All of these policies are just hurting young people over and over again.
Right. So if you have that high number not getting on track, in the big picture, do you feel as though that money will go to graduate school because of that and are choosing to stay in education because it seems kind of scary out there?
It seems so, and then there's just more and more debt added. Basically, the more you get the federal government involved in student loans, tuition rises, more and more people are staying in school, and they don't have money to stay in school, so they're just adding more and more student debt. It's going to be getting worse and worse, I think.
So many, if you see, you have two things. The health care program needs young people to pay into it. Mm-hmm. However, you could also stay in your parents' insurance until you're 26. What have you discovered unofficially or officially with campusreform.org? Are many choosing to stay with their parents and stay on those plans?
I've talked to a lot of students who can't afford, their parents can't afford, rather, to keep them on their plan. A lot of these students had student health insurance through the colleges, and guess what? Those plans were canceled because they weren't compliant with Obamacare. All
right. Some ominous findings from the next generation of our workforce. Katherine Timpf, thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.
All right. 13 minutes now before the